You're watching WXII 12. And now, the Modern Automotive Sports Report.
Happy Friday. Welcome to High School Playbook. It's the penultimate week of the regular season. Lauren Walsh and John Johnson on hand for you. And we have another wild game of the week, John.
That's right, Lauren. Can you imagine we're already 10 weeks into the high school football season? The Battle of Kernersville did not disappoint. Glenn playing a visit to East Forsyth. What a game.
Yeah, control of the Central Piedmont 4A Conference is on the line at the Eagles Nest. Let's get to it. East comes in looking to exact revenge on Glenn, who beat them for the conference crown in the spring. Early on, Glenn gets crafty. Cheney Fitzgerald scores out of the Wildcat. Bobcats take the lead 6-2. Then things heat up. East's Jalen Rayner airs out a deep pass, and Kayshawn Brown hauls it in. Double coverage, no problem. 16-14 East. Later on, Glenn QB Camden Coleman slings a beauty to Anthony Davis right in the basket for a touchdown. 2-point conversion ties it 30-30. To overtime we go. Cheney Fitzgerald goes from Bobcat to Wildcat in this game. He charges in, gives Glenn the lead 38-30. So East responds. The Rayner-Brown connection comes through big time. Kayshawn Brown makes a jaw-dropping grab. Someone just got mossed there. Tied 38-all. Now OT number 3. Rayner puts the game in his hands and fights his way in. That is the game-winning score, ladies and gentlemen. East Forsyth takes the win in this crazy conference showdown, 44-38 in triple OT.
Just a great game, just happy. You know, what else can you say? Just a great game. Probably two of the better teams in the state, and they're both in Kernersville. Gutsy performance. We're going to celebrate tonight, maybe a little bit tomorrow, but we got to get ready for West Forsyth.
That's the coach's attitude. East Forsyth moves to 7-1, while Glenn drops to 6-2.
They're going to be all hopped up on Mountain Dew after that win. Winners of 3 straight, Reagan seems to be in control of their playoff destiny. As for Mount Tabor, they need wins down the stretch and some help. The Raiders cheer team getting some assistance, firing up the crowd from the next generation of cheerleaders. Way to go, ladies. Look at them go. First quarter, Tabor trailing 7-0. Running back Noah Marshall takes the handoff, and he's swallowed up by the Raiders, or so they thought. Look at Marshall break through the tackles and pick up the first down. What an effort by him. That sets up next play. It's Marshall again with the handoff. He's weaving in and out of traffic, 40 yards to the barn for the score. We're all tied up at 7. Now, Reagan's running back, John Gillette, has been a highlight machine this year, and in this game, no different. Gillette showing off those moves that he's got himself. 20 yards on the run. However, Reagan's field goal attempt would be blocked. He takes side at 7. Raiders defense making plays as well. Credit to Seth here, Lauren, his first night shooting. Check it out. Zion Fant comes sliding in for the interception. Reagan earns their 6th win of the year over Mount Tabor.
Great stuff. The field, the play on the field, the shooting as well. West Forsyth at R.J. Reynolds now. Both teams fired up in this one. After forcing a 3-and-out, Titans are in the red zone. Chris Van Cleek hands off to Javante Long. You know what he can do. 15 yards for the score. West Forsyth takes an early lead. Still first quarter, West Forsyth with the ball again, and Long yet again is cooking. 38-yard run down to the 2-yard line. So that sets up an easy 2-yard score for the Titans running back. They fail on the 2-point conversion, though. West Forsyth leads 12-0. Reynolds struggled the rest of the way. They couldn't really get anything going, and the Titans win this one 46-7.
All right, West Stokes and North Forsyth got to convert on 3rd downs to move those sticks. North Forsyth's Trayshawn Harris wasn't about giving up first down, slicing through that offense for the tackle for a loss. Big play by him. Now, West Stokes' Mason Kane is dangerous with the ball in his hands. Kane carrying defenders for 20 yards before he's finally popped and stopped. However, the Wildcats couldn't score on the drive. Second quarter, West Stokes leads 7-0. North Forsyth, Victor Wingate connects with Justin Covington, who's wide open in the end zone as North Forsyth comes back. 27-7 is the victory.
Well, it was a big week for the Grimsley football program. North Carolina commit Travis Shaw returned to the field this week at practice. Big smile on his face. So you can only imagine what he looked like Friday night, his first game back from shoulder surgery. No more imagining. Here he is. Big smile for Cheesy Trav as he goes by on social media. The return of Shaw to their defense, and he adds to lineman U, as he says. Worley defense makes plays outside of Shaw as well. Jacarrion Maynard with the interception. His return is called back, though, for a blocking penalty. It sets up Jael Melton, 15 yards on the run. Grimsley leads 31-7 at the half. Now, second half, Page is not going away quietly. Trayvon Hester, the 3-yard touchdown run, it's 31-14. But the Worley's offense is just too powerful. How often have we seen this? Alonzo Barnett III to Tyson Resper. Automatic, 65 yards for the score. Grimsley rolls right along. 52-22 is the final over Page.
Southern Guilford visiting Dudley as the Panthers look to roll to another victory. Dudley cooking early with gas. Jameer Slade connects with the recent Duke commit Makai Wall, and Wall's going 71 yards to the house on the Panthers' first offensive play. It's 7-0. Panthers defense wanting some highlight love, so why not give it to them as well? Jareen Pittman and Austin Lloyd with the sack of the Storm quarterback. Nice play there on the defensive side. But back to the offense. Running back Michael Shaw, the 5-yard score. Dudley on cruise control, up 14-0. Start of the second quarter, they opened up the highlights, so why now close them out? Slade to Wall, this time 40 yards for the score. It's 21-0. Dudley cruises 59-6 in the final.
Those are some sharp uniforms. Now High Point Central on the road at Atkins. We'll pick this one up right before half. Jacob Giannopoulos can't get out of his own end zone. That is a safety for High Point Central. They go into the half up 2-0. End of the third quarter. Atkins is backed up yet again, and the Camels fumble the exchange. High Point recovers. They are now in the red zone. A couple of plays later, Aaron Wall will keep it himself. Nice play here on the read option. He goes around the left side and right into pay dirt for the Bison touchdown. They go for two and get it. High Point Central secures the win on the road, 16-6. Well, we have much more on the other side of the break, including two very exciting games from Davidson County. North Davidson against an unbeaten squad, and Oak Grove running, dodging defenders, and rolling at home.